TV 1061, conceptualizing your ideas across the world and beyond. TV 1061, conceptualizing your ideas across the world and beyond. TV 1061, conceptualizing your ideas across the world and beyond. TV 1061, conceptualizing your ideas across the world and beyond. TV 1061, conceptualizing your ideas across the world and beyond.
Welcome to Talk Show Divas. I'm your host, Kat Davis, and we are streaming live right here in Douglasville, Georgia, every Sunday at 4:30 p.m., where our executive producer is Felix Washington and our social media manager is Shantae Barsdale. Listen, we got some great hot topics for you today, and I'm about to let my co-hosts introduce themselves.
Oh, you want me to start?
Yes, start.
Hi, everybody. My name is Rose Sasha Offord. I look forward to assisting you guys in all these great topics that we have and having an amazing time with my co-hosts.
Hey, you guys. It's Kay the Motivator. Can't wait to get started and see what questions you have for us today on our topics.
So, I just first wanted to say congratulations to all the graduates of 2020. We are so excited and happy for you all. I know some of you were disappointed that you didn't have an opportunity to have a ceremony, but you still have a celebration. So that's just awesome, awesome, awesome. And then for many of you that have lost loved ones, we give our condolences. Talk Show Divas here. We know that it's been pretty, rough losing our loved ones, not just to COVID-19, but for other reasons as well. So, again, we're sorry for your loss, and we just pray that you will find comfort during this time. Well, let's get right to it, everybody. Our first topic is about shopping for the apocalypse is causing some stores what appear to be profit, but in reality they are losing, while retailers are getting more online sales and even in-store sales. on essential items, it has also dented their profits. I would say that kind of sounds oxymoronic, because if they're gaining more sales in the stores, how is it that they're losing profit? So I had to do a little research, y'all. Had to do a little research. So not only did I do a little research, but I went to some stores on yesterday. Okay, shelves were almost empty. I don't even know how the stores are even making it, but people are buying out paper towels, Lysol, toilet tissue, and the Clorox wipes. Like, these are some of the main items that they are purchasing. And so while they have had a raise of 70% as far as sales, they've had a drop as well in profit. So, well, actually it's 30% raise in sales and a 70% drop. They, one of the companies has said that they expected, I think it was Walmart, that they expected to make $4 billion. But they're not going to make any profit off of it, because they have to take that same $4 billion and put it right back into the business. So, what do you think about this whole scenario? They're gaining more online sales than they are in-store sales, but people are actually going inside of the stores, but it's costing them more money. They're losing profit. So, I mean, it just sounded oxymoronic to me. What do you think about that?
I don't quite understand, how they're losing money, but I guess it's because they're not having any sales on other products in the store. Mm-hmm. That's non-essential, like clothing. And I went to the store and I saw quite a few people buying televisions, though. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. It just,
and games.
Yeah, games as well. And I know that from a few of people that I know that have Amazon stores, mm-hmm. they're making big bucks.
Yeah,
big bucks.
I think the problem is that the online sales is costing the logistics of delivery fees, different things that they have to pay, at the taxes and all of those things that they have to pay when you do the online fees. There are other fees that are entailed with the online sales. So I know there's some business owners out there who's also making money through online sales, and even though they're making the money through the online sales, it's costing them even more for delivery. You got some people that want express delivery, so that costs a little bit more, from them. Then you got to hire more people to handle the demand, because now the demand is much more than it was before. So, Sasha, what's your take on this whole profit loss situation with the stores? I know you have a business as well, and you just opened
I
up.
think it's a mess, and I think it's not the truth. I know when I go to the stores, everything is higher than what it ever was. Mm-hmm. So how you losing money? And then you complaining about $4 billion, really? Mm-hmm. It's people out here that ain't had jobs. Come on now, mm-hmm. Walmart. And Walmart is more busier than anybody I know. Yeah. So no, they ain't losing nothing. That's just, I'm tired of us listening and believing this mess. These people keep talking. They have increased prices on everything. Mm-hmm. Tissue was supposed to be whatever. Now it's $2 higher. Mm-hmm. Toilet paper $2 higher. This is $2 higher. Mm-hmm. So how you losing money? You ain't losing no money. I ain't buying it. I'm so over this. I'm so over it. It's like, would y'all quit with this? Like, they just, y'all, I'm over it. Now, they ain't losing, they winning. They winning and they know they winning, and they is winning. And we sitting up here at home being scared, and these people out here getting bread. Mm-hmm. Wake up.
Mm-hmm. That's why they call it the apocalypse, because it's as if they're shopping like it's the end of the world. And so people are overspending money trying to buy everything.
And then they claiming they losing.
Right.
Come on now.
So my thing is, we've had a lot of people complaining about not being able to pay their bills, but yet I still see a lot of people in the store shopping for toilet tissue. Like, how much toilet tissue do you need?
Well, I mean, it's over the toilet tissue. I mean, there's enough. It depends on where you go. Let's just be honest. When you in the black neighborhood, yeah, there's an issue. When I went to Flint, in the black neighborhoods, there was an issue. When I'm at home and I shop in Dunwoody, there's plenty for everything. Alcohol, tissue, everything you could think of. That means just get in your car, go to the other neighborhoods, and the prices are lower. It's just the truth, y'all. We as a community got to stop buying into this. Pay attention to them. Y'all know who them is. The white people. I'm going to just say it. I'm tired of this. Pay attention to them. They is winning. They is getting money. $4 billion. When the last time you complained about making wait a minute. You said $40 billion. Did you say $40 billion?
No.
How many?
4
billion.
400 billion.
I got to say.
400 billion.
I'm mad because I'm making $400 billion.
400 billion.
And you telling me I'm losing money. That don't even make sense. The oxymoron is the fact that somebody tell you they make $400 billion and they lost money. Who makes $400 billion and they lost money?
Well, they said until this pandemic is over, they really don't feel like they're going to really profit anything because of
so
all
what
the
was
safety,
they making?
all the safety precautions that they have to put in place, all the masks and all the gloves.
Last time I checked, Walmart don't buy no masks and gloves. They make you bring it to yourself. You bring them.
No, they still have to order them through other manufacturers.
For
they
what?
don't create them themselves. They have to have them for the workers.
The workers have to bring their masks. My cousin worked for Walmart.
Not everybody, honey. Maybe that Walmart where you at, but not every Walmart.
Oh, and they're just upset about a $2 mask when they're making $40 billion,
provide masks
$400
and
billion.
gloves, and they have to pay people to come in and do extra sanitation. These are their concerns. You know, this is what they're saying.
Listen, Mama. Listen, and really, honest to God, I'm not trying to attack you. I'm just talking about I don't believe them.
I ain't worried about you attacking me.
I don't believe. Yeah, I don't believe them though. That's just the truth.
What's going on? So,
what's your thoughts?
At the end of the day, I just know that there are some issues going on with some people. Maybe not Walmart, but there's more companies than just Walmart. There are some people out here that have small businesses where it is costing them. You know, online sales is costing them. They're trying to do on the curbside sales. They're trying to do whatever they can to keep their business going. So my whole thing is, it's always a way to overcome those things. And if you have these major companies like Target and Walmart and Home Depot complaining, what's going on with our smaller businesses? Where are they at?
Well, I can tell you, as a freight broker owner, the truckers are suffering because they are not getting full loads on their trucks anymore. So they get half load trucks. They may just have 1 pallet or 2 pallets on their trucks. So they get paid for the amount of goods they transport. Mm-hmm. So, it will be a huge issue if the truckers was to, park and sit down, because the stores are not ordering like they used to, because I guess they're afraid, people are not going to buy like they were buying before the pandemic. Mm-hmm. But
people aren't. They're not as far as in-house, but I think the online sales are going up the roof of sales, but their other issue is they're saying they got to pay bonuses, they got to give workers raises, because they're putting their life in danger. So you're complaining about something that needs to be done because people are putting their life on the line with this
provide service to us, the consumer.
Exactly. And what's so sad is with all of this going on, we still don't know what's going on with the vaccines. They're saying that they're going to have a vaccine ready in January for everybody.
Well, I can tell you this.
I'm going to jail. I ain't taking that shit. I'm telling you right now, I ain't taking it.
Because of everything that's going on, everyone having to wear masks, and it is costing people money having to continue to buy. Like you said, they're price gouging. Because a friend of mine had told me that she went on Wish to order some Lysol because she couldn't find Lysol. Now, she lives way down south, okay? So some people are not able to come all the way to Dunwoody to purchase some of these products. So she had to go online and order it. $60 for some Lysol?
That's ridiculous.
They're price gouging.
That's
They are price
ridiculous.
gouging. They is getting bread.
And what's so sad is a lot of the people are actually purchasing these items. They're purchasing these items. My whole thing is I'm just ready for this whole pandemic to be over. I was listening to Fauci talking about he feels like, yeah, if we continue to stay in, now he's saying if we continue to stay in, that it's going to cause more problems of us recovering. So now they're saying we slowly come back open, but we still have to wear the mask. We still need to wear gloves. And that they're working on this vaccine, and they're actually testing it on people that have the supposedly have the COVID-19. So they're actually testing this vaccine on people to see if it works. Now, what was that? The hydrochloroquine?
That's what your lupus patients, supplies for your lupus patients.
Yes.
You know, so it's becoming a problem because these people who have these diseases, and when I say diseases, I'm talking about the illnesses of lupus. Lupus is a form of cancer. And so it's becoming hard on those patients who truly need that medication. Like, it takes more than 90 days to come up with any medication to be proven to work on anybody. Okay? It takes longer than 90 days to make medication.
It does. Normally
You
it takes
know-
a couple of years.
That vaccine was already created in November of 2019. If you look at the trademark for the coronavirus vaccine, it was created in November of 2019, and then they introduced coronavirus in January of 2020. So that, and you can look it up. Look up the trademark. The trademark was applied for and approved on November 2019. So they pretended to look for a vaccine. They already have one, Mama.
Well, they claim that they don't think it's working on some of the patients. So that's why they're trying to come up with another one. And because they have so many different scenarios with these people, they tried it on, it didn't work. These other people, they tried it on. It looks like it was working. But either way, we got to go to the next topic, y'all. We could go on and on about this. We'll be right back. Y'all stay tuned. Our next conversation is going to be about the body of the WWE that was found on the beach. We'll be right back.
Today's world exposes our youth to life experiences that are well beyond that which their years should allow. Violence, trauma, poverty, injustice. Our children's lives and their livelihoods are in constant danger. Wisdom, Inc. is a community-based organization designed to save young lives by reducing violence and assisting youth in their personal development. Wisdom stands for wise individuals structuring and developing youthful minds. Through our collective wisdom, we can change lives for the better. Wisdom, Inc. Reducing violence, developing youth, saving lives.
Welcome to Burke's Jewelry. How may I help you?
We're looking for engagement rings.
We offer a wide selection. However, I believe we have just what you're looking for. Burke's Jeweler is your family's jeweler at 491 Flat Shoals Avenue Southeast, Atlanta, Georgia 30316 in East Atlanta Village.
Hey, we're back. Talk Show Divas. We won't go on too long, don't worry. Now listen, viewers, I'm going to respond back to some of you. We're going to look in just a second. But before we do that, the first thing I wanted to say to you is that we have sponsors that sponsor us and to keep our shows going on. And if you want to be a sponsor, you can always email us at 1061tv@gmail.com or talkshowdivas1@gmail.com. And we also have a Cash App. If you want to send a donation to us, you can Cash App us at TV 1060 One of our sponsors is Burke's Jewelers. We're so excited about Burke's Jewelers. Hopefully, we'll be wearing some of that jewelry. Y'all may be interested in purchasing some, so just giving y'all the heads up. And then we also have another sponsor, and she actually has an organization that helps people start over. So you can find her at www.twostartover.com. So again, please make sure that if you want to be a sponsor, to email us, and we will get back with you on all the prices. We need your help. Send donations, whatever you want to do. If you want a banner ad, you can also have a banner ad as well. And if you look on the screen, you will see the lady that does Freedom for Families. It's called the Wealth Mindset. You can reach her at 678-783-6380. So look at the screen and you can get the information right off the screen. That is one of the banner ads that we show on our shows in between. So if you're interested, even being on the show, send us an email again at 1061tv@gmail.com. Again, we want to also acknowledge our executive producer, Felix Washington. Yes!
Yay for
He is the man. You hear me? He is the man with the plan. And then we also want to acknowledge Shantae Barksdale, who is our social media person. She's always making things happen so that you all can view us all the time on different platforms. So, ladies, we're going to respond back to some of our viewers. So let's see. Juanita Mary. Hi, Juanita.
Hey, Juanita.
Hey, Juanita.
Ria Latigio. Hi, from Kuwait. Oh, awesome. We have somebody watching from Kuwait.
Thank you so
Hey,
much.
Toy. Hey, our Talk Show Diva sister.
Hey, Toy, how's the baby?
Hey, Kenneth Lott. Look, Kenneth, you're always commenting, and we appreciate you so much. You know what we're going to do? We're going to have to send you some oil. You're one of our wonderful viewers who is always commenting, always participating, and anybody else that participate, y'all may get a surprise gift from Talk Show Divas as well. So we're going to send you some good smelling oil, Kenny, just for being a great participant, being a great Talk Show Diva fan. We have a number that you can also call in, which is 404-519-0015. Hey, Askia! Y'all, that's my friend, Askia. Thank you for watching. Deborah, hi, Deborah. Sherry from Virginia Beach. Hi, Sherry. Good to see you up here. Kenneth said, in my opinion, it's supply and demand. That's an excuse to increase the prices. Sister, you hit the nail on the head. And then he also said, I just saw some research that I did last night that the Walton family is not hurting for money because the brothers and sisters are something the 8th and the 9th richest people in the world. So don't feel sorry for Walmart in his loss of profits. We won't, Kenneth, we won't, not at all. Hi, Mark. Thank you for watching. Hey, Mahogany, our other Talk Show Diva sister. Thank you
Hey, Mahogany.
for watching.
girl.
We appreciate you all. Continue to comment. So, y'all, we're about to talk about this next topic, okay? I know you all have heard that they have reopened some of the beaches, and one of the beaches were the Venice Beach. And so one of the, there was something tragic, but at the same time heroic that happened. Again, our condolences to the family for their loss. But there was a WWE, former WWE person that was swimming with his son. He had a 10-year-old son, and they were out swimming. The beach had just opened up like a few days before. So they had some lifeguards, out there. But for some reason, while they were swimming, I think they were out like 50 yards out in the water, and a wave came in and ripped them up He told his son to push back to the lifeguard, but the wave took him out, and they kept trying to, search him, and they waited and waited, and they did the search over, and then his body was found on Wednesday. It's very sad that happened, and a lot of people worrying about the coronavirus, but there are other things that we still need to worry about as well, and we need to be safe.
Yes.
We need to be safe. So, what did you know about the WWE guy? You didn't know about him at all? You never heard of him? He was in some movies too.
I was never into wrestling. It was Junkyard Dog and some other people back in the day, Hulk Hogan and all of them.
Oh, so you know about Hulk Hogan?
I know all them. I don't know none of the newer version.
Well, his name was Shad Gaspard.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sad for his loss. He was enjoying himself with his family. And the fact that, that happened, I feel sad for that,
They said that he was a very strong person. He was on some shows called Crime Time. He also did some other movies as well. But they said that he was always trying to protect someone. So for him to protect his son, not thinking about trying to save himself, but just to try to save his son, just shows what type of man, he was. They were talking about how it was one day he was in a store shopping, and how there was a guy in there trying to rob the store, and how he actually stopped the robbery. So it's a lot. People have had so many great things to say about him. They've been mourning his loss. But in these days and times, we have to be careful. Now that we are able to go back into the beaches, now that we're able to go back into the bars and different things like that, and I know we're all concerned about the coronavirus, but we also have to be concerned about other things, right?
Yeah.
So what are some of the things that that we should be concerned about outside of just the COVID-19, going back into these restaurants, going back out here on these beaches and different areas?
Well, I think the people should be concerned with, they have not talked about these kidnappings since Corona started, but they are very much still happening. I've seen so many stories on social media where these kids, girls in particular, are missing. I was just told by an associate just a few days ago that her son, friend, her son, friend is missing, and she is like, I guess she's 15 years old. And so, I mean, we still have to be concerned with other things besides the coronavirus. Is true. I mean, you got safety all across the board, not just worry about, somebody breathing on you, touching, sneezing, or whatever. I mean, you still have to be concerned with your safety and protecting yourself, with these people who are preying on people to rob them, rape them, things like that. You still have to be concerned with those things. And I just want to say this one thing about the little boy Shad's son. 10 years old, to see his dad wash away like that.
Right.
That little boy will forever see that visual in his mind for the rest of his entire life.
Absolutely.
Okay? That is going to be so heavy on him from now until God knows when. And I want to say condolence to the family, and I pray that God just wrap his wings and arms around that little kid and protect his mind from whatever may come across that's not right.
Yeah.
Keep him from depression.
Absolutely.
Just cover him in his family.
Amen. Thank you for that, sis. That was a great prayer.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That was a great insight as well. A lot of people do not think about the impact that something that tragic would have on the individuals. That was very powerful.
Yeah.
His wife as well. It's the impact on her.
Yeah.
Almost like Kobe's wife, remember?
Yeah, it is.
I tell you, that it's touching to hear that, because
And a lot of times we
It's
don't
hard.
think about the children, you know, when death occurs. And with this particular situation, like you said, he actually seen his father get swept away by the water.
let me tell you, sis. My baby brother was 10 years old when our brother got murdered in front of his face.
Oh, my.
So things like that never, ever, 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 ever heal quickly, if they ever heal.
Lord, I thank you.
Kenneth Lott, he said he was also in the movie Hostel 3. Hostel 3.
Okay.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he did. He had actually got away from the wrestling, the boxing and everything, and then he got into doing movies. But he also was a bodyguard as well.
Yes.
He used to be a bodyguard for P. Diddy, for Cuba Gooding Jr., you know, other celebrities. He had, you know, got into that as well. So he was a well-rounded person. They said he was a great father, a great husband, a great friend as well. And again, just for the viewers, I know some of you have children that have also experienced where they had to see something traumatic, you know, and our hearts go out to all of those children, and we just, you know, just encourage you to get them some help. Get them some help. Get them some counseling, because they need it. Hey, Latanya. Latanya said, we also need to be concerned about mental health. People are dealing with anxiety, depression, and other issues due to the COVID. We are also seeing increases in child abuse and domestic violence as a result of COVID. People are not in a good place mentally, and that is so true. It is nothing wrong with getting help mentally. It's overwhelming, everything that we're dealing with.
In our community, I was driving down the street today, and it was a sister, beautiful sister. She was gone. She was just standing in the middle of the street. And I remember old school used to say, white people go to a counselor and black people go to the telephone poles. And, you know, because, you know, you see the brother or the sister just, and it's like, now it ain't just the normal things, but it's that. So, yeah, we do, maybe we could create like a hotline. You know what I'm saying? For people to have conversations. I don't know. I'm just thinking.
Well, I tell you, with a few of people that I'm friends with on social media, it is tough to see the things that they share that they're going through.
Yeah.
And I'm forever trying to uplift them, motivate them, encourage them, and just let them know God has not forgotten about them, and just please hold on.
Yes, and we're going to talk about that some more in one of our last segments. We'll be right back. We want to still talk about the youth. Y'all stay tuned. We have some more great topics to discuss.
Hi, I'm Chief Gary Sparks with the Douglasville Police Department. Today we want to give you some safety tips concerning traffic stops. Take a look.
So you look in your rear view mirror and see flashing blue lights. What do? Remain calm. Yield to the right and pull your vehicle over into an off-road area that is safe for both you and the officer. Put your car in park. Remove your foot from the brake and turn the radio off. Remain in your vehicle. Have your driver's license readily available for the officer. Keep your hands on the steering wheel, visible for the officer at all times. If you need to retrieve any items from the interior, explain what you're reaching for to the officer and avoid any sudden movements. Rolling the window down completely establishes a level of trust with the officer and allows for ease of interaction during the routine traffic stop. Be courteous and polite. Be cooperative and willing to follow the officer's instructions. During a routine traffic stop, the officer will return to his vehicle to run the tag and driver's license verification and complete a citation if one is necessary. Once the officer returns and approaches your vehicle, whether or not a citation or warning is issued, please remain calm, courteous, and cooperative. Sign the citation acknowledging you agree to appear in court, and do not dispute the citation with the officer. The officer will give you a court date to explain or defend your infraction.
Okay, ma'am. Like I told you, I did clock you at 51 in a 35 mile per hour speed zone. I did issue a citation, okay? This here is going to be your court date. I just need a signature from you stating that you received a copy of this citation, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Here's your driver license.
Thank you.
Along with a copy of the citation, okay? Do you have any questions or concerns for me?
No, sir.
Okay, well, you have a nice day, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Following these few simple steps will help ensure a safe interaction for both you and the officer.
I hope these few tips help you as it relates to dealing with law enforcement and traffic stops. Not only in traffic stops, but in all encounters with law enforcement. We hope that all our encounters are safe for the citizens as well as for our officers. Again, we want you to be safe, and if you have any problems with the Douglasville Police Department, don't hesitate to give us a call and make your concerns known. I would add that Georgia is a right to carry state, and we hope that if you are carrying, that on these traffic stops and all encounters, please let the officer know that you are carrying. This will ensure your safety and our officers' safety. Thank you, may God bless you, and may God keep our community safe. We are one.
Wonderful viewers, we love you so much. Thank you for staying tuned in. We are about to talk about something really, really special, a young lady. But before we do that, we just want to say to you again, thank you. Share, like, comment. If you're interested in getting a banner ad, you can definitely get a banner ad. As I stated to you before, we have many sponsors, but the ones that I'm going to talk about right now are Burke's Jewelers, as well as Freedom for Families. And listen, you'll see Freedom for Families banner on the screen if you are interested in getting a banner, if you're interested in coming on the show, if you're interested in just calling in. Listen, you can do all of that. We want you to participate, and we also want you to show off your organization, your business. We want to do whatever we can to help you. That's what we do here at Talk Show Divas. Also, just so, hi everybody, those that are just coming in, we just want to say hi. We appreciate you watching. We're about to have a conversation about the young lady who was 15 years, actually she's how old? 10 years old.
10 years old.
She's 10 years old. So there is a 10-year-old girl who has sent over 1,500 art supplies to the homeless people, to foster care shelters.
Yes.
Also, she sent it to the women's shelter as well. Her name is Chelsea Fair. She is the mastermind behind all of this, you all. Listen, we still have compassion going on through our youth.
Yes.
You know, so kudos to her parents for instilling something so great in her. It's so important that we continue to instill in our young people. She's already have a heart to give, a charity.
That's beautiful.
Very beautiful.
That's beautiful.
It says that she started with her parents in August of 2019 as a means for donating art kits to at-risk children since she was 7 years old. So she's been doing this for what, 3 years now?
Yeah.
Wow, 3 years. Since she was 7 years old, she had the heart to start a charity. Now, how did she pull this off with all of these donations? You know, so we wanted to find out, how did she pull this off? So Chelsea said that instead of her birthday gifts, instead of her getting birthday gifts, she told everybody to purchase art supplies for her. Isn't that so selfless?
That's beautiful.
Beautiful heart.
Beautiful
heart. So she put aside what she wanted for her birthday to make sure that she helped somebody else. How many of us are doing that right now? How many of us have everything that we need, that, or actually we're comfortable, and we have a little bit more to share with others? Are we really doing that? Are we really sharing with other people? If a young child at this age could do it, surely we as adults, surely we as charity organizations can do the very exact same thing. What she did was, she said that she went on Wish. So some of you that have nonprofit organizations can go on Wish and put your charity on Wish. And this is how she received some of the items as well. It's the Amazon wish list. It says that this tenacious sixth grader is from Danbury, Connecticut.
Yes.
Oh my God. She's actually donated to over, 12 states in the United States?
And they also said that she, her way of dealing with her own therapy from experiencing her swim instructor who was gunned down in violence during her swim session.
Wow.
In front of her, that she started drawing.
Wow.
And so she used art to
As
help
therapy.
cope with her therapy.
Wow.
And I just want you guys to know that writing, drawing, all of those things, singing, all of those things are definitely things that can help individuals get through some trying times in their life. And, you know, to be 10 years old and have a thought like that, and to want to give to the community like that, I mean, that is so awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't even know the young lady, but I you know, Chelsea really touched my heart when I read her story on, you know, what she was doing, you know, and to have a passion for foster care kids and homeless people, you know, to want to help like that and help with, you know, the women's shelter and things like that. I think that's really beautiful.
It really
and
is.
she can, you know, we can take that as something to look forward to seeing more from her as she get older.
Absolutely.
You know, I'm
Absolutely.
excited to see what else she's gonna, you know, thrive from this, from her project that she has started.
Mm-hmm. And for those of you who actually are experiencing problems in mental health, or you have children that need help, there's a number that you can always call to get help. And that number is 1-800-675-8416. Again, you can call that 800 number. You can also call 855-227-3640. There are so many different situations that the youth are dealing with, and mental health is so important. This is something that has really gone beyond what they were already dealing with before even the coronavirus was going on. So imagine dealing with the coronavirus, being stuck in the home, you know, for hours at a time when you're used to out doing things. As Latanya had specified, that it has also caused domestic violence. So children are being exposed to seeing domestic violence going on,
if not being a part of it. You know,
exactly.
If they're not the ones who the domestic violence is being done to, you know.
Absolutely.
So it's a lot for the families out there today that have to deal with the difference before, you know, post, you know, pre-coronavirus whole situation, you know. But I want you guys to know that it's okay if your child is, you know, singing or they dancing or they want to draw anything like that, just let them, encourage them, because that may be a way that they're coping with something. And talk to your kids. Please talk to your kids and talk to one another as adults too, because we as adults, we go through things as well.
Absolutely. And find out what it is that you can do with your children at home. Especially those who they've also lost loved ones during the COVID-19. So find out what's good therapy for your child at home. It was art for this young lady.
Yeah.
You know, it was her getting art supplies and creating art for her. That was therapy for her. It may be something else. It may be an instrument for one of your children. They said music sometimes can soothe the soul. It does for many of us.
Yeah.
And so talk to your children, find out how they feel, what's going on with them, you know, because they're hurting too. You know, they're hurting just like we are.
I see one of my Facebook friends, I see that their family every week they do a Zoom video with all of the and it's the kids, the adults, and I see this weekend they done a pajama party.
Oh wow.
So they did a Zoom pajama party, and I thought that was so cute. You know, and you know, something entertaining for, you know, the kids and the adults to engage in. You know, we have to be creative and just come up with different things to try to help our minds as well as help the kids, because you know, it's hard for kids to keep still. Kids are not made to keep still. They're kids.
Yeah.
You know?
I know I was this morning I was watching different churches as well as my own Christ Temple, where my pastor is Bishop Catchings. What a wonderful service we had on live today on Facebook. It was awesome, and he was talking about the darkness and how, you know, you can actually get through the darkness. You know, there is a blessing even in the darkness. But as I was watching before we went live, I go watch other churches, and I was watching the Rhema Nation, and I noticed on their live they showed how they have show and tell for the youth. So they do stories where they tell stories for the youth. I thought that was really creative and awesome. Listen, we got to take a break, but again, we need you all to think about our youth and what you can do. We'll be right back. We're going to continue this discussion. We're going to talk about things you can do during a pandemic to recover. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Are you an artist, a writer of spoken word? Do you have content ready but need exposure? Get to know me. I'm Alicia, host of a new Facebook live stream show called The Flavor, where we promote local and international talent of all genres. Here are some rules and regulations to the videos that we'll be accepting. They must be radio ready, no cursing, no lewd language. You must send us contact information as well as a YouTube link to your video so we can extract it from there. Email us at 1061tv@gmail.com. And we thank you for your time. Are you an artist, a writer of spoken word? Do you have content ready but need exposure? Get to know me. I'm Alicia, host of a new Facebook live stream show called The Flavor, where we promote local and international talent of all genres. Here are some rules and regulations to the videos that we'll be accepting. They must be radio ready, no cursing, no lewd language. You must send us contact information as well as a YouTube link to your video so we can extract it from there. Email us at 1061tv@gmail.com, and we thank you for your time. Are you an
Welcome to Burke's Jewelry. How may I help you?
We're looking for engagement rings.
We offer a wide selection. However, I believe we have just what you're looking for. Burke's Jeweler is your family's jeweler at 491 Flat Shoals Avenue Southeast, Atlanta, Georgia 30316 in East Atlanta Village.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for staying tuned in. Listen, this is our last segment. But before we talk about this last topic, which I really need you all to listen to this and comment as well if you have any suggestions. Call in at 404-519-0015. We'll be waiting for your call, so you know, hey, just call on in and have a conversation with us as well. But we just want you to know that every Sunday we're tuned in at 4:30 p.m. right here on Talk Show Divas. We would love for you to share, comment, tell others. We have other shows you can go back and watch if you missed shows in the past. And so we just want you to know that we really, really enjoy your comments. We enjoy you participating. It is very, very important that we hear from our viewers. Isn't that right?
Yes.
We love
call
our
in,
viewers.
please call in and chat with us. Let us know what you're thinking. Ask us questions that you may, want some answers to, and hopefully we can, answer those questions for you.
Absolutely.
But we love to hear from you guys.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to talk about this last segment. A lot of you, we have been talking about different things that have happened. We talked about the businesses. In our first segment, we talked about how they were saying, the big businesses are saying they're not really making any profit, things that they've been dealing with, how everybody's just shopping, buying everything in the stores. We also talked about one of the former WWE people who passed away due to him going swimming. Yeah, Mr. Shad. How he sacrificed his life for his son to make sure that his son was saved. So we talked about that and the effects that it will have on him, the young man, which is 10 years old. 10 years old, how it's going to have an effect on him mentally, as well as the young other youth who was also 10 years old, who was being compassionate and giving back to the homeless and foster kids and different ones, and how she used art as therapy to help her get through a lot of different things. And so all of this is amazing, because as I was watching virtual church today, a lot of the pastors that were speaking today were talking about prosperity in a pandemic. They were talking about getting out of the, a blessing in the darkness in the pandemic, how to endure through a pandemic. And so we just want to encourage you. Our last segment is how to recover during a pandemic. And it's so many different things you can do. One of the things that I have been excited and on fire about is this book that I read, because my church, our pastor, have us doing a book club. So we do a virtual book club on Zoom. So we purchase a book you can get it through Amazon, download it from Amazon Kindle. And we purchased the book and we read it. And this particular book was called Off Balance by Matthew Kelly. It was absolutely amazing. Talking about different strategies, that you can use to help you build your life, whether it's personal or business. And it's not about us trying to balance everything out. It's more so about you getting satisfaction in everything you do, because everything that we do is all together.
Yes.
It's all together. Now it used to be you would have to go out and work, and people used to say the cliche, what goes on at home, stay at home, don't take it to work, and don't bring work home. Where now it's a lot of people don't have a choice.
That's right. And this is the first time ever that in all of my years of being on this earth, where everyone are experiencing the exact same thing. Meaning going through the strives and situations of the coronavirus, having to learn how to deal with life during this pandemic. You know, having to come up with different ways to implement your work at home if parents are working from home and the schedule for their kids for the school. You know, and then how about the toddlers that can no longer go to daycare?
Right.
You know, so having to deal with all of those things, everybody, you know, we're experiencing the same thing. And I just want to, you know, let everybody know that if we just trust in the Lord with all thine heart and lean not unto thine own understanding, God will pull us through any and everything.
Absolutely.
We have to be patient. We have to, you know, be loving and caring of others. And I know it's probably hard with the kids and everything, but try to do something, you know, that can get you on a schedule where you can have some time for yourself after you have your kids out the way, after you're done with taking care of your kids. Try to come up with something that you can do for yourself, to like meditation, or, you know, have a time for just a break for yourself, whether it's he or she that needs that. Because we all need to have something that we can do.
Absolutely.
While we're going through this pandemic.
Hi, Venus. Thank you for tuning in. One of the other things that I wanted to say that we have to get rid of during this pandemic, and I know this may seem, you know, strange for many of you, but we have to think beyond where we are right now. And so one of the things we definitely have to get rid of is fear. And you know what I see fear as, and this is what I tell myself every day, and this is what keeps me going on. Fear is nothing but foolish emotions annihilating results. I'm going to say that again. Fear, F-E-A-R. It is nothing but foolish emotions annihilating results. Do not let fear to kill any results that you want. You still can create goals. I always say, write the vision and make it plain.
Yes.
You know, you have to come up with a plan. You have to come up with strategies, and you have to keep people out your ear. Keep those people out your ear that just say, you know, hey, you can't do this because do you understand what we're going through? Yes, I understand exactly what we're going through. But that doesn't mean that I can't create a platform to maximize online sales for my business. You don't need a building to be prosperous with your business. You don't need a building to get education. They got online classes.
Yes.
You don't need a building to have a relationship. You can have a relationship. They got virtual relationships going on, talking to people, communicating builds a relationship. You don't have to have a building in place to have a relationship.
Yes.
You just don't. You don't have to have a building to be all that you can be the best person that you can be. It's so many things that you can do. Be creative. These churches, you don't have to have a building to have church. People are having virtual church everywhere now.
No, the people are the church.
They are the church.
We are the church.
Yeah, so you don't have to have a building for that.
Yeah. So, you know, through this whole pandemic, I see authors.
Yes.
I see entrepreneurs, and I'm not just talking about for the, you know, the adults. I mean, I'm talking about entrepreneurs and authors for kids. You know, you can write on your experience that you had through this whole pandemic and what it has caused for you, and, you know, just express yourself. You don't have to make it a you know, 100 pages.
Okay.
I mean, you can just
Absolutely.
you know, do about 20 pages, 25 pages, and if you have siblings, guess what? You guys get together and write, co-author that book. Co-author that book and express your feelings. You know,
they even can do scripts now. You can do little short scripts. You don't have to stop being an actor or actress. You know, you can still do that too.
I'm going to tell you, one of my CEO sisters, and I'm just going to go ahead on and shout her out, Jill Hunter and her son Dakari, they wrote a book on, I think it's called Please Open Back Up. It's him expressing how he was feeling. And I think he's just like little Dakari is about just 8 years old, I think
Wow.
it is.
Wow.
So they wrote that book, and it is on Amazon. It is, featured on Amazon.
And there's jobs available too.
Yeah.
There are people that have online jobs that's available. Your career doesn't have to stop. You can go back to college and take online classes.
Yeah.
That's available. So, and for those people that say, well, I don't have any money, there are things that you can do. Some of you are good people that can create things, necklaces, jewelry. You good cookers. You can cook really well. Wonderful chefs. Sell them plates.
Guess what? That's what.
Sell that jewelry. Yeah.
New Orleans very good on selling plates.
Okay.
I mean,
it's
cook
things
the
that you can
food
do.
That people are hungry, and guess what? Sometimes they don't want to eat their own cooking.
Absolutely.
They want to taste somebody else cooking.
And listen, you got your mask, you got your gloves. You still can do one-on-one sessions in the gym with a trainer. Me, I'm going to be doing some pepper boxing. I signed up for some pepper boxing classes, so I'm going to be doing that for me because your health is important too, So we have to, you can't do anything if your health is not good. You can't think straight, you can't think clearly. So it's so many different things. Meditation, like I said, still have your career, still do everything that you can possibly do. Social media has taken this this is a whole new revolution. And you have the power to make anything happen. Be the best you that you can be. Don't worry about what nobody else is doing. You be creative within yourself.
That's right.
Listen,
that's right.
We all on the same platform at this stage.
That's right.
If you want to be a singer, hey, you got Instagram, you got Facebook, you got Zulu, you got all sorts of things that you can even present content to on Netflix.
And let me just
Roku.
And let me just say this right here. Your girl, Kay the Motivator, going to have something for the young ladies coming up real soon.
Oh, wait a minute.
Real soon, I am working on some content for the young ladies. It's going to be a virtual camp that I'm working on. So I'll be having something in place real soon for the young ladies.
Okay.
And
Latanya said, who that?
Who that, Latanya?
Who that?
We that, Latanya. She understand that lingo.
Who that? What's that Louisiana?
Yes.
Oh, that's that New Orleans talk right there. Who that?
Yes.